Hey y'all, so the big question that I think a lot of homeowners ask themselves is, how do I know that I can trust this lender? So this video is about my own personal experience over 26 years, accumulation of experience, feedback, etc., etc. So nobody wants to be taken advantage of, right? So I'm sure you're thinking like, this is my first house, how do I know? Number one, thanks for coming to the channel, because my channel is a compilation of a library. At this point, I've got over like 330 videos just ready for you to watch. So please watch the channel. I've got lots of information on there. It's like a library. So it's hard to navigate, I get it. So nobody wants to feel taken advantage of. You want to make sure that you are doing the right thing. And you could be a multiple time homeowner, right? So it doesn't matter how much experience you have buying a house. So I have a few things that you should consider, in my professional opinion and professional experience, as you're choosing a loan. So number one is get trusted recommendations. Now that doesn't mean that you're not going to go online and do all these other things. Everybody does, okay? It's hard these days. I mean, everywhere you go, there's flashy, bright lights online when you're going online searching for things, right? So your credit card statement and online and everywhere there's interest rates. But how do you know what to trust? So I want to make sure that you, at least on your list of lenders that you're calling, make sure that you're getting trusted referrals in addition from your realtor and or family, friends at work, etc. The next thing that you should do is definitely look at reviews. So reviews in this day and age are a great way to have endorsements and read what other people are saying. So if a particular lender that you're referred to doesn't have any reviews, I'm definitely not saying not to choose that lender, but I would be more skeptical, like, okay, even though they were referred to me, I just want to make sure, like, what are other people saying, right? So I think reviews are super, super important. And I think, you know, online, I mean, Google is the #1 platform, I believe, of what I hear people are trusting. Yelp is another one. You may or may not do Facebook social media, but definitely, you know, everyone can go to Google. So I would definitely look and search for reviews on different, not only the companies, but loan officers specifically, because the loan officer is the one that's going to be with you day in and day out, taking care of you during this very important transaction. The next thing that you should look out for is knowledge. So trusting the lender is super important, and knowing that they're going to answer your questions. So I have the luxury of being in the business a really long time, so I gain trust very easily because I have all this information in my head, and I love to answer questions from lenders. Hence, that's why I started Loan with Jen, is because I wanted to get all these nuggets of information out of my brain into somewhere where people could take advantage and have a great educational experience with it. So not all loan officers have been in the business 26 years, and there's a lot of great loan officers that have been in the business not a very long time. But I think that years of experience is very important, and knowing that when you answer questions, do you feel heard? Do you feel that they're responsive? Or if they don't have the answer right away, that's okay, but are they getting back to you quickly and responding to your needs? That is super, super important, and that leads me to reason number 4 is responsiveness. So non-response is a red flag to how your transaction is going to go. So I know what you're probably thinking. Who cares? Why do I care? I just want the lowest rate. But I could tell y'all horror stories that I've experienced. In fact, just last week, we got a 911 of someone who was with a lender for 6 weeks, and 3 days before closing, they were not able to close his loan. He was a bad communicator. He just didn't have the experience. I'm not really sure what it was, but they ended up in my lap, right? So when things go bad, they go really bad, and everyone thinks it's not going to happen to them. I get it. It's not going to happen to you. Yes, you're going to choose the very lowest rate, lower than anybody is getting, and have a perfect experience, but I wish that that was true. So I think that if you pay attention again to these 4 things and you listen to your instinct on how do I know I can trust this lender, I think that at least 3 of these 4 things, if not all 4, need to be present. Trusted recommendation, responsiveness, do they have reviews online and what are those people saying, and are they knowledgeable and able to answer my questions? So good luck with your transaction. Please comment. I would love to hear from you. I want to know what you're thinking. And please stay on the channel. I've got, again, over a library of over 300 videos just for you during this super important time when you're buying a house. Talk to you soon.